a 2014 Jaguar F-Type. This is listed as rear end damage. What a beautiful car. 57,916 miles on the clock. Man, she's sexy. Look at these exhaust pipes. It's listed as a run and drive. Gorgeous car. We've definitely got some gap issues. You can see the gap is wide here, small here. Same thing over here. Tight gaps here, loose gaps here. Now listen, again, this is one of those things where if you are really picky about things like that, this probably isn't the car for you. But if you don't mind, look, it looks like you probably put a crash bar on this, pull this out just a little bit, or beat it out with a hammer like Sam Crack did on his 911. You could literally hammer some of this out, put a bumper on it, call it a day, man. And you've got a beautiful car that 99.9% of people will never notice there's a gap larger here than there is here. You'll know it, who cares? It's your car. You can get it for a fraction of the price that you'd be able to pick it up for if you went to a dealership. It's a beautiful car, and I guarantee you with 57,000 miles on it, this thing's got plenty of life left. It'll be a nice, clean, reliable vehicle for you. And the bumper's even in the back. You may even be able to repair that bumper. Look at this. Supercharged, baby. And like I said, it is listed with a D, which means run and drive. Now, whether we can actually get it to start or not, I don't know. There's parts all over the interior. Fender liner, bumper, the key. And it doesn't look like we have any dash lights on. Where is the push to start on this? I can't. Let's try to climb in here and see if we can find where the push to... No, the Jaguar emblem is on. Push to start should be right there. There it is. Let's see if we can... Oh, the radio just came on. Nice. Let's see if we can... Oh. Oh. Yeah, she runs all right. Hear that baby purr. Woo. Come back here, get your little exhaust note. Listen to this. Oh man, this car is mean. I like it. I'm not gonna lie, this one's going on the watch list, guys. This is going on the watch list. No joke. I want this in my driveway right next to that Porsche I got. Woo! I'm sure this is gonna go outside of what I'm gonna be able to pay for it right now. I think the current bid is around $9,000. It's probably gonna go well over that. I think this is a retail value somewhere in the 30s. So I'd expect to see it go for around $15,000, $18,000, heck, maybe even $20,000. I don't think so, but I'd say between $15,000 and $18,000 probably what this is going to go for. What little damage this is. Look at this. You got a little dent right here, guys. Literally, the pan is pushed in just a hair over here. You can see this is the side that took the hit. All right. There might be a little bit of frame shifting or damage under here, which is why the gaps don't line up anymore. But like I said, who cares? Put your crash bar on it, beat this back out, leave it alone, call it a day, man. I would roll the living heck out of this, and I know about 99% of you would too. Beautiful car. Absolutely beautiful. Here's an interesting one. It's a flooded 2011 Chevy Equinox that runs and drives. At least it says it runs and drives. I don't know. It's got 115,000 miles on the clock. Body looks good. The tires are in excellent shape. It actually looks really nice. I mean, all the way around this thing is nice. I have not checked the interior yet. The tires look fairly new. It's a good looking vehicle. Let's see what the inside smells like here. Honestly, it doesn't smell like a flood car. It doesn't smell the best, but Most used cars don't, but it doesn't smell like a flood. This doesn't smell like water damage. It fired right up. There are no warning lights on the dash at all. Nothing. It's going to gear. Yeah. Right into reverse. We got the backup camera there. Right into drive. Interesting. Let's pop the hood. I wonder why this is a flood. That's bizarre. It doesn't look like water got into the interior. Yeah, the engine looks normal. Well, the oil's dirty, so it hasn't been changed. It's not milky. Huh. This is a very interesting one. Literally. The thing looks like you could probably go out, put it on the road, drive it home. You could probably drive it cross country with no problems at all. Runs absolutely great. No warning lights on the dash. How about that, guys? Here's a little bit of carnage for you. An 07 Toyota 4Runner Sport Edition. Is there really any difference between the Sport Edition and the regular edition? Probably not. Man, talk about frame damage. Whole fender's been pushed out this way. Everything's been pushed over this way. She took a real hard hit right here in the front. Look at that. Whatever it hit, it looks like what it hit ended up going this direction. You see the damage there, but you also see it's pushed in here. This did some significant damage, boys. God, those tires are nice though. Let's take a look at the interior here. It's actually pretty dang clean. What are the miles on this one? 175,000. Sniff test is good. I know it's not going to start. I'm sure there's plenty of wiring damage under there, but it says it's run and drive. Dead as a doornail. Dead as a doornail, but it's got Viper security system installed on it. Man, those tires are meaty. Good Lord. Oh, this thing would just be a blast, man. This would be an absolute blast. Well, aside from the minor front end damage, the ever so slight front end damage, this thing's in great shape. I'm surprised it didn't run. I guarantee you've got some stuff in the fan or something crunched up there, but I'm sure with the jump start, she'd fire right up. This is definitely carnage. I have a 2003 Ford Ranger. I believe this was a Sport. There's lots of paint in the cabin. Spider webs too. So it took an extremely hard impact to the back. I mean, that's insane. This used to be a bed of a truck. It's not even recognizable anymore. Aside from looking at it right here, you wouldn't know what this was. I mean, the bed, frame, everything. Look at this. I'm gonna get my face cut off here. Wow. This thing took an insane hit to the back. You can see jaws of life were brought in to cut the roof off, most likely to get passengers out. This truck just burnt from back to front. My guess is the impact was so hard it caught the gas tank on fire and it just burned the rest of the truck up. My God, man. There's nothing left of it. Nothing. Here we have a 2013 GMC Terrain. More carnage. I know. For those of you that hate carnage, I do apologize. I tell y'all every week, it's just how the cars are on paper, man. You know, I just bring them exactly as they come out on paper in order to make it easier for me to get these walkarounds done. This is look at this. It's this bad. It's real bad. It's got bio all over it. Now, I did already check. I wanted to make sure we didn't have a blood or anything like that all over the interior, and we don't. The bio looks like it's been full of water, and there's moldy towels, and it's really disgusting in here. This seat is crooked, like the impact actually twisted the frame of this seat. That is that's wild, man. That's wild. I tried to shut the door, but it doesn't shut. Oh, lots of beer cans. Wow, that beer can is still closed, and it was ripped open. Look at this. The beer can is closed.
Oh, it exploded on impact.
Yeah.
Neat. Probably in the cup holders.
Lots of beer. Yeah, another one that exploded. Good night.
Oh, they got a whole case in there.
Yeah, there was a case in there, and I guess it blew up on impact, man. So not only did they have to go through the ordeal of this hard collision, but they also got splattered in beer. Now imagine, I'm not implying anybody was drinking or driving. They could have just gone and got a case of beer and was headed to the house, you know? But imagine this, you get a case of beer, you end up in a nasty collision like this. Obviously, police and paramedics are gonna be on scene, and everybody in the car is covered in beer, smells like alcohol, and you got to explain as you're trying to, you know, bring yourself out of whatever you're in, shock, sitting in something like this, trying to explain that you were not drinking and driving. You were covered in beer from the cans exploding. It even, look, the brake pedal twisted, and so did the gas pedal. Like completely twisted. The pedals are on top of each other. The good news is, though, although this wreck looks really bad, and I'm sure whoever was inside felt it, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody came out of this all right. You know, probably went to the hospital, but it looks like this is another one that it looks worse than it is. Well, no, it doesn't. It looks real bad, and it is real bad, but it looks like the people inside of it probably came out okay. Here's a fun one, a 2011 Toyota Tundra. This is a very interesting truck to me because it's a no-run, it has no key, it is a theft recovery. So you get a key for it, it might just run and drive. Then again, you could get a key for it and find out that it's got a blown motor or a blown transmission. There's where a sub used to be. It's got nice meaty tires, good looking rims. This is a Rock Warrior 5.7 liter I-Force. Overall, the truck looks good on the outside. I noticed something with the suspension on the front. The battery is in the back here. That's interesting. Battery in the back. So I'm gonna assume there's no battery in there. It's got a cracked windshield where they ripped the rear view mirror off. The ignition isn't cracked. The interior looks to be in good shape. It smells good. What I do notice, though, is I notice that this wheel looks like it's facing pretty much straight. And this wheel looks like it's turned to the left, and it looks like it's bent out this way. Now that could be from the forklift lifting it up and sitting it down. It could just be the way the suspension's sitting or the way this uneven ground is. It's possible, I don't know, but I would look at this and I would think there might be an issue with a control arm or tie rod over here. This is crazy. I don't see any sign of a break-in or anything either. Not at all. I guess it could not have a motor. Maybe that's why they didn't bother making a key for it, because there's no engine. Yeah, maybe they knew that a key was kind of pointless at that point. No, it has an engine. It has an engine, and it has a transmission. It's full of washer fluid, full of power steering fluid, it's full of brake fluid, and there's the battery, so it does have a battery up here. Very, very interesting. Let's see, do we have coolant? We do. It's full of coolant. Orange Toyota coolant. And I'm surely Toyota has a dipstick on these, right? Engine oil dipstick. Somewhere there it is, right there. Let's see if she's got oil. And she does. She's got oil. The oil actually looks pretty dang good. So why would the insurance company salvage this and not make a key for it? That is very, very confusing to me. What would a key cost for this? A few $100s? This is an expensive truck. This is a truck that if you could put run and drive at the auction, this is going to bring a lot of money. Listed as a no start theft recovery, it's not going to bring nearly as much. I'm surprised they did not spend the few $100 to get a key made for it. So this is another one out here, Copart, that if you like to gamble, if you're a gambling man or woman, no leaks, the exhaust is intact, everything appears to be under here. It sure does. Suspension looks solid on that side. Bilstein shocks. Someone put some money into the suspension. This truck could be a score. For the right buyer, man, this could be a real win. These are some of the things I really enjoy about Copart is vehicles like this, vehicles like the Porsche that you get for real cheap. You know, you could score big or you could lose big. It's the gamble, it's the chase, it's the acquisition that I love about this place. Last one for this video is a 2010, I know, Carnage again, a 2010 Chevy Malibu LS for limited standard equipment. I don't know. Basically, just a regular old Malibu that took a pretty good front end collision. It's still a nice car. I've always loved this generation Malibu. I really have. I fell in love with them when they first came out. I wasn't a big fan of the Malibu Max, although they were nice vehicles. I just didn't care for the body style all that much. A lot of front end parts in the back seat there. This is not one that I'd ever see anybody putting back together. It just wouldn't be worth it in my opinion. It's hit real hard on the front. We don't have the mileage, but there's just nothing left of the front end, man. Nothing. It's listed as a start though. Like it is listed as a start. I don't know about that entirely. Looks like they got the hood tied down, or yeah, it's held down with straps. The motor is sideways. I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's possible it could start, but I mean, look at all the wires and hoses and everything are just completely ripped out. This car took a massive hit to the front, and it's going to be the last one on today's video. So short, sweet, and to the point. I know the videos have been kind of short lately. Not too many of you have complained about it, and a few of you have. Please understand, it's extremely hot, and I do all these videos in one walk around, and it gets to the point where at the end of the video, I'm not okay. Like I really am not okay, and it's affecting my ability to speak and think clearly. So I've had to cut the videos back significantly just so I can get through this walk around in one day without feeling like I'm going to die from overheating. So I hope you guys understand. We can get back to longer videos, more cars, more interesting stuff. Hopefully as the weather changes, we get into fall, it starts cooling down a little bit. I want to give a big shout out to my brother Tim, who's back from Kansas, for coming out here and enduring this heat and helping us out. A big shout out to Copart corporate office, as I said earlier, local yard 18 people here, and of course all of you guys. Come out to your local Copart yard, look around, get yourself an account, and start bidding on these cars. And not sponsored. God, I have so many people. Copart pay you. Copart doesn't pay me. They do allow me to come out here and record these videos, which I think is awesome. It's epic. It's fun. I love doing it, and apparently you guys love watching. If you do, give the video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment below on any of the cars you saw. Comment your thoughts below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed, and please follow me on Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. Also, don't forget, the best way to support this channel if you enjoy the content is to share it with your friends. Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. If MySpace still exists, share it on MySpace. Whatever. There's all kinds of social media places I don't even know exist because I'm an old fart now. I'm almost 40. So share. That's the best way to help promote this channel. I appreciate all of you. Stay safe out there, buddy. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.